around the country are still suffering the effects of the recession, with big chains and small retailers feeling the pain.
In Yorkshire, 1 in 4 independent shops have closed, and retail consultant Kate Hardcastle decided to go back to the area that she grew up to help her struggling town get back on its feet. And Greg's with her this morning. Morning, how's it going?
Yeah, very well. We're actually in a tiny little West Yorkshire village of Linley, which is really bucking the trend for closing down shops. In a moment, we'll be talking to one of the retailers here. But first off, we took Kate Hardcastle to Bradford to look at some of the problems retail has been having and some of the solutions that she's looking to apply. When Kate Hardcastle comes home, she's disappointed. Some of the same Yorkshire shopping streets that used to dazzle her as a young girl are now desperately empty, victims in a recession of what she sees as a basic mistake. This town is coming like a ghost.
Almost like a vanilla state. It's a lot of the same shops, a lot of the same look and feel. There's a whole story to tell there, and we're not doing that at the moment. We just have clone towns that look one like the other. So why would you come into a centre as opposed to an out-of-town park? You won't, it's the same shops. I believe that the solution's in individualism and celebrating the independent elements of each town and city centre.
After pledging to give up a day a week for free to help struggling retailers, Kate took on this charity store near Halifax with remarkable results. With a budget of just £50, the shop found its individual niche, specialising in vintage furniture, and has never looked back.
We don't like to class ourselves as a charity shop. We are like the Harrods of charity. And if you were to go down Portobello Road in London, things that are around and about in here won't be £130, they'll be 1,300.
The results at the till enough to leave any major high street retailer envious.
Looking back last year, on the Monday we did £250, and this last Monday we did 1,254.
For Kate, it's a simple case on our high streets of do more to be different or die. Well, we're inside a florist that really does adhere to Kate's philosophies when it comes to retail. They're an individual shop, but they're constantly always thinking of new ways to drum up extra business. I'm joined by Helen Brooke, the manager here. Helen, tell us about those things you do to add on. It's always about thinking differently, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We've got a fantastic range of luxury chocolates. We've got neon organic candles, and we've got glassware, which all complement our flowers to go out as an add-on.
All those extra little pick-up products that add revenue. And also here is your daughter, Stephanie. Now, January, as we've been saying, a really tough time for retailers, but you're already thinking of ways of drumming up new business. What are you working on right now?
In early January, we tend to be able to put our packages and themes together for weddings for the year, and then we can obviously influence the brides to come in and get the weddings booked. That'll take us into the summer, into the autumn.
Again, all about thinking differently.
Yeah.
Now, in our report there, we were in Bradford, and in fairness to them, we spoke to the council there, and they explained to us that they're doing all they can as well to try and improve things, street performers, and also a special growth zone in the town. Kate, I'm delighted to say, joins us now as well. Kate, you're not targeting Bradford in particular, are you? This is a problem that's everywhere, isn't it?
Of course not. It's nationwide. Bradford have got some fantastic areas like Haworth High Street, which is thriving, but we've got to look at those areas because one area starts going wrong, it really does, and then it just magnitudes the problem.
Now, what is it, though, about this tiny little village that really impresses you? Because you were telling me they've really done things differently and made the most of those individual retailers, haven't they?
It's a fantastic combination of independent retailers, lots of different things, delicatessens, wine shops, the florists, but they're working together to put on and they've been very proactive.
And this time of year, as a retail specialist, I know you go around the world with major clients, but you're already hearing from a lot of people in the UK who are really struggling, aren't you?
Well, after Christmas and the New Year, what happens is people go back into the business. 2012 feels like a very daunting prospect at the moment, so we're getting a lot of calls because we work across all areas of business on how we might be able to help, which is what we do.
What's the key piece of advice that you want to offer to somebody who's maybe looking at those books this morning and thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get through this?
Don't worry that if you feel you don't have the answers. You do need outside help sometimes. You do need support, and it is there, so use it before it's too late. Don't wait too long.
And you believe in enough to offer some of your own time for free as well?
That's right. We're giving 20% of all of our business's time back to help these community projects, and at the moment we're working on a town centre project through Jamaica.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of businesses like this one working hard through the next few difficult winter months to keep as much money coming in as possible.
Yeah, and if it looks half as nice as that one, then they'll do really well. What a beautiful shop. Thanks so much indeed, Greg.